Hey traders, John Howell here, and in this video I'm just going to be covering the technical analysis of the Sp500, the Dow, the Nasdaq as well too. I'll also be covering the things such as the transportation average. I'll be going over the Russell as well too, all the two different types of Russell 3000, Russell 2000, and I'll also be going over silver, gold, and index. This is just going to be a really good detailed recap of what I'm seeing in the markets right now, and what we should be focusing on moving forward on the short term. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it right now, and let's actually go through and see what the markets are doing right now. The Dow Jones. Okay, the Dow Jones. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in getting a free trading course, learning how to, I think it's like 7 or 8 videos there. If you need help, very first thing in the description there. Plus also link to my Facebook page as well too. Go join or go friend me on the Facebook as well too. The thing that I'm seeing right now on the Dow Jones is this. Firstly, what do we have here? If I take this trend line off the screen here, what do we have here? We have what? We have this nice little low. We have a higher low. We have a higher low. Nice move up and a bit of a pullback here. So nice move up and a bit of a pullback. So who's in control right now? Buyers, right? And what are we also getting? We're getting the 52 nicely trending up, and we're getting the 20. Look at the 20, very nicely trending up. So we have the trend, and then these indicators, the 52 moving average and the 20 moving average, is what I call like a trend, long-term momentum, and short-term trend and momentum. So the 52 is more like a longer-term trend, like where is the overall trend of the 52? And that gives you a bit of a gauge of the 52, which is like the last sort of couple of months. And you use the 20 moving average to give you a bit of a gauge on where's the momentum over the last, say, 30 days. Because momentum is quite good there. So we can see we're having a bit of a move up, and now we're actually having a bit of a pullback. If I bring up my trend lines now and I bring up this previous high up here, you can see how this previous high is now becoming a lot of support. So it's actually pulled back. And now we're getting a little bit of an up bar, and you can see we're getting a very nice increase in volume as well too. So with that being said, I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Dow Jones. Where is the all-time new high on the Dow Jones? The gap is there. That's the gap there, and this is the all-time new high. So looking at the Dow Jones, I wouldn't be too surprised to see us start to see a nice move up to. I don't think we actually get to all-time new highs. Where is the gap actually? The gap close would be somewhere around about there. So let's actually bring this back up to sort of last 3 months worth of view again. So we're probably likely to go up to maybe even close this gap this week, I would say. Had a nice move up, nice retracement to the 52 or 20. So it looks like they were probably likely to start to see a nice move up out of the Dow Jones. Looking at the Sp500, we're seeing the same sort of thing as the Dow Jones. Also, we have a low, we have this some form of high low, and you can see the Sp500 is making repetitive patterns. What I mean by that, you can see how that market ran up, then sideways, then had a run up, then sideways, and then it had a run up, and now we've just been going sideways. So up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. So looking at the overall trend, we've got a nice trending up moving average. And if I squeeze my chart a little bit, I see the S&P probably break into the upside, and this 3,500 is a target for me of where I believe the S&P is likely to go. So that could actually even be a bit of a short-term trade for me. Not right yet. But if I look at this here and I bring up my little trend lines, let me see if I can bring up a bit of a trend line here. I can see how we're getting a nice little trend line coming up. These last sort of 3 months, nice little run up, pull back, run up, sideways. So if we get like a bit of a breakout bar, like a nice little up bar through there, we're probably likely to start to see as you can see, I've just squeezed my chart up, this sort of triangle pattern here. So I believe we're probably maybe even likely to run up to the top up there when it comes to the Sp500, but we'll wait and see. Moving on now through to the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is actually in a bit of a, let me actually delete this one. Let me erase this off the screen. What are we seeing right here? We're seeing the same sort of thing, but the Nasdaq has been low, higher low, all the way up, all these higher lows, and now we're just starting to crawl up as well too. So moving averages are trending up. the 52 trending up. The trend is your friend until the end, and the end is nowhere near. What would be the sign that we're starting to see possibly an end of trend? We would need to see at least this low through here, which is the 10,800 level. We would need to see that low broken to say we're potentially starting to see a bit of an end of trend of this move up. And until that happens, the buyers are continue to raise their prices. So we have a low, we have a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, equal low. We didn't break the low. Now I'm creating another higher low. And if I bring us back to, let's bring us back to this. This is where you can see how that, there we go, got him. There's a bug on there's a bug flying around my office right now. And I killed him. I got him. I got him. Yeah, I'm not editing that out either, by the way. So you can see how with the Nasdaq, as I was saying before, we have this low point, we have a higher low, we have a higher low, market runs up. As soon as we actually broke this higher low through here, what happened? The change started to happen, didn't it? So that's what I'm saying. For a change in trend, you want to be able to see those as well too. Moving on now through to the good old tranny. And what do I see for the tranny? Well, the transportation average is very nicely trending up. Nice, look up, pull back, nice, up, pull back, nice, up, pull back. So if we get a little breakaway bar, that actually may be even a bit of a short-term trade for me. I'm looking forward to that. So many amazing opportunities right now, guys. And if I go to the 1 year view, I can see that this is the all-time high for the transport. So we're probably likely to even start to move up through to that point there. So as you can see, very nicely stepping up momentum. And so I wouldn't be too surprised to see a bit of a nice move up, a nice increase in volume, and that'll probably even get us a nice couple of day move out of that there. But again, for me personally, there's nothing there yet for me to trade. Same for the Russell 3000 as well too. Nice little higher lows. We're in a very nice upward trend. You can see how we actually went through a period of nothing going on. And notice how the 20 moving average flattens out. That's when you're getting a long-term trend up, but short-term trend flattening out. The most powerful time is to trade is when you get the 52 and the 20 trading in your direction. So moving on now through to the Russell 3000, and this looks also amazing as well too. So I've been watching this one. Very nice, as you can see, 52 trending up, 20 moving average flattening, which means the short term is flat, but the long-term trend is up. And then the market pops up, and as you can see, the 20 starts to trend again, and the 52 trends again. And the 20 is actually trending very nicely to the upside right now. And we're getting a bit of a pullback here. Getting a bit of a pullback, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see a little up and out. This high point through here is not the ultimate high point. The ultimate high point is up through there. So it'd be really interesting if we get like a very strong up bar like that. Very strong like bull. Right? Strong like bull. Then we could possibly see a move right back up to all-time new highs again. Because you can see, or if I bring up my daily charts here, you can see how this is actually a bit of a support back here. And if we clear this 160 level, then we're probably likely to run to 170. So that could be some sort of short-term play for me on a short-term trading opportunity. But I need to see a bit of a confirmation there first. Moving on now through to gold. As you can see, when it comes to my moving averages, look at the 52 is trending up, but what's happening with the 20, right? It's starting to flatten out. Notice that there? So we've got a long-term trend is up, but short-term trend is flattening out. So that means we're probably likely to get a bit of volatility until we start to break out and start to trend again. So right now, guys, trying to trade a nice breakout through here would be very, very risky, or trying to trade this market, meaning getting in, getting out within a couple of days, or maybe even 1 or 2 days, maybe in a week, would be very risky right now because we're probably likely to get a bit of volatility. What you want to see is something like this back here, as you can see, right? Nice, look at this here. Market moves up, nice sideways movement, big breakaway bar, and look at the 20 trending up and the 52 trending up. Just go do your back testing based on that, guys, and you'll be able to see when both the 20 and the 52 are trending and we get a period of sideways and a very strong breakout bar, it's very high probability we're going to get at least a couple of day move out of that. Not all the time, but most of the time. And moving on now through to silver as well too. Silver is doing the same sort of thing, but we've got 52 trending up. The 20 is trending up. It's starting to slowly sort of flatten out a bit here. Once again, what I mean by that is that you can see this is actually, if you look at this angle of the moving average, what I mean by flattening out, you got this angle trending up, and now we're starting to do something like that. So notice the angle is starting to flatten out a bit. Long term, as you can see, long term is up, so you wouldn't want to be shorting this market right now. But we're starting to see a bit of volatility through here, which means we're starting to go through a bit of an unpredictable phase in gold and silver. Expect a lot more volatility, and then it's probably likely to break out and go for another run. So my recommendation, guys, for trading purposes, is not to get involved with gold and silver this week, because it's going to be very volatile and very unpredictable. And the same of what I've just said through there is same for the GDXJ as well too. We've had a move up, a move down. Look at this here. We're starting to see this moving average, the 20 moving average, flattening out through here. That means we're getting a short-term over the last sort of month. We're starting to get a short-term flattening. Long-term up, yes, over the last sort of couple of months up, but the short-term is flattening out. So expect a bit of volatility through there. And the same for the GDX as well. Same sort of thing. We went for a very nice move. Now we're breaking down. We're starting to get a flattening of moving average, but the 52 is trading up. Once again, guys, expect a lot more volatility, gap down, gap up, and all this sort of stuff. But the highest probability is, guess what, is when the market starts to, the 20 and the 52 start to trend in a direction. As you can see back here, you can see back here when the 20 started to flatten out, even though the 52 was trending up through here, when you get the 20 flattening out, you get a lot of volatility, as you can see, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then guess what happens when the 20 starts to trend and the 52 starts to trend, you start to get a very nice upward trending motion there for a while. Moving on now through to the SILJ, and we can see same sort of thing once again, guys. A lot of volatility, and SIL. So for trading purposes, guys, I would not be, for me personally this week, I won't be doing any short-term trades on any of these markets I've just said there. GOD, SLV, SIL, SILJ, GDX, and GDXJ, because there's not a massive probability. We're likely to go through a bit of a time phase, and what that means is very volatile and very unpredictable there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. It does look like that. Lots of volatility in the metals, but it looks like we're probably likely to start to see some nice moves coming out of the probably the indices this week. So very, very interesting. Nice indice breakout looks like it's likely to happen, and then and lots of volatility in the GDX and GDXJ. So before you go, I want to give you access to a brand new trading course that I got, and I'm going to give it to you for free. It's free, it's free of charge. And also in this trading course, it's going to really help you when it comes to understanding the markets. It's going to teach you the biggest mistakes that you're making right now that's stopping you. It's going to help you understand how to read the markets properly. You got 2 or 3 powerful chart reading techniques in there. You got 3 awesome trading systems. Pick which one you like. You got trade management and so much more when it comes to that. Plus also an extra few bonuses that I'm not advertising as well too. So you're going to absolutely love that. If you are struggling your trading right now, you must get access to this course. Go to johnsfreegift.com and it'll start you on the right path of understanding the biggest mistakes you're making right now. How to actually read the charts. What are some awesome trading systems? And so on and so forth. Also, if you'd just like to get to know me more personally on a more personal basis, then make sure you join my Facebook page. You can see the link on the description here, on the page here. Also, there should be a link in the description below as well too. If you want to learn more about me, about my life, about my health and fitness, what I do, and so on and so forth. It's not mainly focused on trading. So if it's not all about trading, it's actually mostly about my personal life and so on and so forth. And so if you'd like to get to know more about me personally and see my day-to-day journey or see some things that I do, then join the Facebook group there. Join the Facebook group there. It's or Facebook page, should I say. It's facebook.com/John J. Howell. And you'll be able to get access there, and then you'll be able to get access to all that sort of stuff. So go to that right now. Firstly, go get access to the free course, and then make sure you join the Facebook group or the Facebook page, and that way you'll be able to see more about behind the scenes about me and what I do and what I think and so on and so forth. And my only hope in the Facebook page is that I inspire you and motivate you to help you become much more rounded in your health and your fitness and your mindset and the way that you look at life, and give you some motivation as well too. So go to that right now, guys, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.